Hi there, friends. I have Psalm 55 today. If you have your Bibles, go ahead and open it up and follow along. I am going to read this together for us as I get started, and then I'll share some of my notes. Psalm 55 says, God, listen to my prayer and do not hide from my plea for help. Pay attention to me and answer me. I am restless in turmoil with my complaint because of the enemy's words, because of the pressure of the wicked, for they bring down disaster on me and harass me in anger. My heart shudders within me. Terror of death swept over me. Fear and trembling grip me. Horror has overwhelmed me. I said, if only I had wings like a dove, I would fly away and rest. How far away I would flee. I would stay in the wilderness. I would hurry to my shelter from the rugged winds and the storm. Lord, confuse and confound their speech. For I see violence and strife in the city. Day and night they make the rounds on the walls. Crime and trouble are within it. Destruction is inside it. Oppression and deceit never leave its marketplace. Now it is not an enemy who insults me, otherwise I could bear it. It is not a foe who rises up against me, otherwise I could hide from him. But it is you, a man who is my peer, my companion, a good friend. We used to have close fellowship. We walked with the crowd into the house of God. Let death take them by surprise. Let them go down to Sheol alive, because evil is in their homes and within them. But I call to God, and the Lord will save me. I complain and groan morning, noon, and night, and he hears my voice. Though many are against me, he will redeem me from the battle unharmed. God, the one enthroned from long ago, will hear and humiliate them, because they do not change and do not fear God. My friend acts violently against those at peace with him. He violates his covenant. His buttery words are smooth, but war is in his heart. His words are softer than oil, but they are drawn daggers. Cast your burdens on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never allow the righteous to be shaken. God, you will bring them down to the pit of destruction. Men of bloodshed and treachery will not live out half their days, but I will trust in you. This psalm is titled A Betrayal of a Friend, and you hear that in David's language in this psalm. David certainly had his share of hard days, but this is what I have learned from reading David's psalms and from studying his life, is that he cries out to God and he brings everything to him. He pours out his heart, and he's an example for us to do the same. God knows it all anyways. He has made us and he knows our thoughts. We are not telling him anything that he does not already know. But there is a blessing for us when we bring our burdens to him and lay them at his feet. This is what David does time and time again. Verse 1, he cries, God, listen to my prayer. In 16, I call to God and the Lord will save me. And in verse 23, he declares, I will trust in you. God not only hears our prayers, he moves. Sometimes it is by removing what we may have asked or to see us through something that may be hard or scary. Other times it is not that he removes them. He draws close in the midst of them, and he walks with us through it all. That is when we say, I will trust you. Even when God chooses to move and not to remove perhaps what we have asked, he walks with us. And there I will still choose to trust him. No matter how he answers my prayer or how he chooses to move, I will trust him. Cast all your burdens on the Lord, and he will sustain you, verse 22 says. God will allow things in my life that are too hard for me. These things drive me to my knees and to him. But I know this, there is nothing in my life that he cannot handle. And only through him can I walk through the things that he allows or live with the things that he has allowed. It is his strength and not mine. In 1 Peter 5:7, it tells us to cast all your cares on him, God, for he cares for you. It echoes this psalm so closely. Jesus himself invites us to come to him, all who labor and are heavy laden, and he promises to give us rest. Matthew 11:28. I love this promise that he will give us rest. He sustains us, he supports us, and nourishes us. He is our good shepherd who tends us. We are his sheep. David's last words in this psalm are, I will trust you. That is how we need to end our pleas as well. Come and cry out to God. Pour out your heart to him. Then remember who he is and his promises. Then choose to say, I will trust you. Because faith isn't a feeling. It is choosing to trust God, and I will walk in faith. The Bible tells us that we are to walk by faith and not by sight.